athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. So much firepower here. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Which fighter will say no mas? What a pleasure to be in this unique environment. Every seat has been taken for tonight's match.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter because the expectation from the thousands of people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything can break a man or make a man.
Ooh, look at that left jab. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. Your footwork has to be on point when you're fighting a swarmer. If it's not, you're going to get caught in the corner and beaten up.
You are fighting a swarmer. Be smart, be sharp, concentrate, but you've got to be confident. Do not dance his dance, because that swarmer, once you do that, you're giving a man a chance that shouldn't have one.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Perfect counter shot. Punch, counter punch. They exchange punches. The jab not finding its target. Can't land that jab. That counter punch caught him clean. Caution being thrown to the wind. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Diego Corrales that last round. At this point, you got... What do we expect to see here in round two? So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. There's a counter shot. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Good counter punch. These two lightweights are showing you why they are the best of the best. Beautiful counter shot. Nice counter. The straight right just misses. Catch and shoot. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
lead. They managed to beat the count, but that could be the last hurrah.
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
Good counter punching. Looking to land the hook. Oh, that punch. Swing and a miss with the jab. As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round he'd rather forget. Let's talk about Teofimo Lopez that last round.
Switch on.
Is there any way back into this fight after the beat?
Get your mind back. Get your focus back.
On to the third. Gotta be feeling confident heading into this round after knocking their opponent down twice.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
Couldn't land that jab. The straight right just misses. Can't find a home with that jab. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it...
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. Teofimo in some real trouble here. No, we don't. Did you see that? And the takeover's in some big trouble now. I thought that was the end, but here we go again. Back into the fire.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That jab won't score. They have no respect for each other's punching powers. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Diego Corrales that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
I seriously hope the judges kept that.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Here we go with the lightweights. Get ready to see some blazing hand speed and fancy footwork.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around her. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. A lot of effort being exerted here. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
The straight right just misses. Missing with the hook. The old adage is no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
How about that time counter shot? Nice counter punch right up the middle. The straight right just misses. Throws the jab but does not score. And going to the canvas is Corrales.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You still want to fight.
Let's talk about Diego Corrales that last round.
Get back out there and switch on.
Time for the 5th round. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Here we go with these two lightning-quick lightweights.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Just missed with that jab. Those counter punches have to hurt. No rest for the weary. The straight right just misses. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. And he scores with the counter. His stamina is off the charts. Well done with that counter shot. You know, with lightweights, these guys are going to be lightning quick.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
He threw a punch and just got countered. The straight right just misses. Beautiful counter punch. Solid punch. Nice counter shot. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Corrales that last round. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more. But
now you've let him get back into it.
Let's start the 6. How much is left in their tank after last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Well, you know, in this division, you got to have speed and you got to have footwork, or you're going to be a cooked goose.
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
That counter shot lands. Nice slip to avoid the jab. Nice counter shot. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. That's another scoring shot. Nice counter punch. Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It could all come down to who's in better shape.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
Oh, what a shot. What a shot. You see shots like that in the gym. At least for once, this is on TV. Thousands around the world saw that shot. They probably even heard it.
Yeah.